Hi, I want to talk today about the 4-season greenhouse kit that we offer at Greenhouse Kits One. I am frequently asked the difference in our kits and which kit is going to fit each person's needs. And of course, that's going to be different, but I want to explain what each kit offers and what accessories and things it comes with so you can make an informed decision on what will fit your needs and decide what works for you and for your most success. So let's talk about the 4-season kit. This kit is going to come with our basic frame. And our frame, as I said before, is the same for all of our kits. You get your hoops that are included. They are galvanized steel. They are 1 3/8 inch, 16 gauge. Those can be upgraded to a 14 gauge if you prefer. And people ask why we would do that. It's just a little bit heavier. So if you're in a really, really high wind or sandy soil area, you might want to go with a 14 gauge steel. The benefit of the 14 gauge steel is that you may want to have a little bit sturdier steel. It's not a huge thing. I have a lot of customers. Our standard is a 16 gauge steel, and most of my customers do just fine with that. But I do have some customers and some brands that require 14 gauge steel. So you can utilize that if you'd like. Just ask us. It's an upgrade that we can do, and it's not a big deal to do it. So you have all your hoops. Every hoop in all of our kits are on 4-foot centers. So every 4 feet, you will have a hoop. Your kit will come with ground stakes. All of our kits come with ground stakes that drive into the ground directly. You do not have to concrete them or cement them in. Some people prefer to do that. They feel it's a little safer, a little stronger. Totally a preference. If you have really loose, sandy soil, maybe, or if you're in an extremely high wind area, it might be a good idea to concrete them, but most people don't, and they do just fine. So it's, like I said, a preference. You will have 3 steel purlins with any kit that you get from us. So those purlins are going to run the entire length of your greenhouse or high tunnel. So you'll have one that'll be in the center. It goes from the very front to the back, all the way top center. You'll have one that goes slightly to the right and one that goes slightly to the left. And again, the entire length of the greenhouse or high tunnel will have those purlins. Every hoop will have cross bracing. And that means on the hoop itself, you're going to have steel that goes from the left all the way across it to the right. And that's just a little extra security. If you have a 24 wide kit, then you'll also have drop down steel. And that goes from that center purlin down to that cross brace I just described. And that's just because we're spanning a further distance of the 24 wide kits. So that is also something you can add to a 20 or a 16 wide kit if you prefer, but it's not required, and the integrity of the structure isn't requiring that until it gets to that 24 wide as far as requirements. So something to think about. You have hardware for all of your attachments in this kit. When you plug it together, everything has the hardware in the kit to put it together, to secure it, all the screws, nuts, bolts, as well as the hardware for your end wall. Your end wall is not going to have, we don't provide like 2x4s or lumber because you can buy that cheaper and we could possibly ship it. But we will provide the hardware that attaches your lumber to your steel. So you'll have that to go together. You'll have wiggle wire and channel for the perimeter base all the way around your greenhouse and on the end walls to hold all your film on. So your film will go up and over the top. At the base, the perimeter base, you'll have the channel that is steel that we provide, and you'll put your film into it, and then you'll just wiggle in the wire that we provide, and it will hold your film in place. And it's really great because you are able to just unwiggle the wire and then pull it tighter in spaces and things like that, which is awesome. So that's how that works. And then on your end walls, again, they'll have the channel all the way around the side, all around the top and around it, and then you can put your film on as well. So it holds all your film on there, and that comes with the kit as well. Now the difference, what makes the 4-season kit different than other kits, is that the 4-season kit comes with a second layer of top film. So you already have one layer that comes with the kit from all the way over the top. With the 4-season kit, you get a second layer that goes over the top. This film is going to lay right in that same channel, so it holds it in the same space. You'll have that channel, you'll have both layers of film, and then you'll have your wiggle wire. Now, the purpose of this is it comes into play when you have a small inflator fan, which we also provide in the 4-season kit. It's a small 1 amp fan, and it will hook inside your greenhouse to an actual hoop, and it blows air between those 2 layers. And it doesn't have to create much space, just a small dead air space between those 2 layers of film, which offer a lot of benefits. So the first benefit of having the second layer of film with that small inflator fan is that it's a much greater insulation. You're going to hold heat much better with that second layer of film. So the efficiency is definitely worth it. So if you're in an area, if you're adding any heat, it's going to hold it better. Or even if you don't add heat, but the heat that is inside your greenhouse throughout the day is going to still be held better with 2 layers of film and that small inflator fan. That's key. Second benefit to having the 2 layers of film is going to be the moisture levels. So if you've ever gone into a greenhouse or high tunnel and slammed the door and it's almost rained inside because it's just so wet, this second layer of top film and inflator fan system helps reduce that moisture. So a lot of crops don't do well with that much moisture, or they might have an area where there's molding or maybe flowers that are extremely dense and those can mold themselves. And so it can help with all of that. So those are the 2 benefits for sure of that second layer system. I do want to mention too, you can add roll-up sidewalls to a 4-season kit. People ask that all the time. So you can also do that for ventilation. If you were to add roll-up sidewalls, and it's just an add-on, it's very simple, you would add a hip board, and we can add those on for you in the kit. You'd have a hip board about 4 to 5 feet up on both of your long walls. And then if you wanted, your film would come down, both layers of film come down, they wiggle into that hip board at 4 to 5 feet. And then from the hip board down, you can go with just a single layer if you want, that's fine. Or you can put both layers in there, but they're not gonna be inflated. The inflation happens above the hip board if you have roll-ups. So that inflator fan would still inflate your whole entire top radius of your greenhouse or high tunnel, making it more efficient, helping with moisture levels. And then you could also roll up and down those long walls up to 4 to 5 feet if you added the roll-ups. So again, 4-season kit does not come with the roll-ups, but can be added. But it does include 2 layers of film and the small inflator fan to separate those 2 layers and help with efficiency and reduce moisture. So I hope that helps. If you found this beneficial and helpful, please like and subscribe, and hope to see you again soon.